What's up, everyone? This is the EnterDAO bi-weekly community call. And today we're going to be giving updates on everything that we're working on. Obviously, the two products, MetaPass and, not MetaPass, but I mean, LandWorks and MetaPortal. And we also be talking about the upcoming NFT drop. If you are in our Discord, you probably have most of the NFT alpha out there. And if you're not in our Discord, you're probably not going to make it, like ever. So best to get in there. We're going to talk the NFT drop first, and then the two products, and that's a random update. So I'm giving the mic to Adi.
Okay, thanks, Živko. So about the NFT drop, maybe I should start with the art. Angela, our artist, did some great job there. We started playing with the different combinations to see how it would look like when the traits are randomized. We also have animated backgrounds and music tracks produced by Rare Dub. He's a Bulgarian music producer. I think Živko linked his SoundCloud in the Discord channel. So yeah, you can check it there. Also, as Živko said, there is something leaked in the Discord. So if you haven't checked it, make sure you do. What else? About the drop, we decided that we'll go with 5K total supply. We are also considering having a whitelisting functionality, but still haven't decided on the criteria. Obviously, with the whitelisting, we'll have a pre-sale phase, which will probably start before the public sale one. I saw some people were asking in the Discord how they'll be able to mint. So this will be through our website. There will be a separate page for the NFT drop. On the development side, we are almost ready with the contracts and the website as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Also, something important, we decided to not go with the MetaPass name, but maybe Živko will share more about that.
Yeah, so one last thing about the NFTs, and then we can move to LandWorks, is that we'll be running a Discord contest for choosing the name of the NFTs. So we will open that for suggestions from tomorrow. We announce the prices and everything, but basically, we're looking for a name for the NFT drop from the community. We'll choose the best one, and the winner will get a free NFT and some sweet Enter juice. So that's it on the NFTs. We can go to LandWorks, and I'm giving the mic to Danny.
Yep, thanks for that, Živko. So since our last community call, we got the first iteration of the smart contracts ready. We finished that, did a review. Based on the review, we are working on a second iteration of the contracts that's in progress. And the second iteration of the contract will make the design much more cleaner. That's something normal in software development. And other than that, we are already in contact with a couple of auditors to book an audit. Ideally, we would like to have more than one audit on the contract. So we are working to get more than one. We still don't have a committed audit company to work on those, but I'm sure that we'll be able to get one in the next couple of days. Other than that, we've noticed that an EIP that's for extending with basically an EIP would be highly beneficial to the.
Can you just say what EIP is? Because I assume a lot of people don't know.
So EIP is an Ethereum improvement proposal, which is something very common. For example, ERC20 comes from an EIP. ERC721, the NFTs are from EIP as well. So we have worked on an EIP proposal for extending the 721 and 1155 with an additional consumer role that we see that can be highly beneficial to the rest of the projects, especially Metaverse ones. Hopefully once we have that submitted publicly, getting support and sharing it with other developers, etc., would be crucial and very helpful. We'll make some noise in Discord as well. But yeah, other than the EIP, we run a bounty, created a bounty for Metaverse reports, and we received 2 reports so far for Sandbox and CryptoVoxels. So the Sandbox report is already published in GitHub and it's finalized. The CryptoVoxels report is not yet finalized. We still have to get a confirmation from CryptoVoxel developers on their contributor role, which is a role that allows for people to publish scenes to the land, and that's very important part of very important information that we need as part of the report. So yeah, it's not yet finalized, waiting for reply from CryptoVoxels. On the user interface side, the wireframes for the user interface are 90% finished and the UI design has started. So yeah, that's the update on LandWorks.
Danny,
Yep.
Where can we find the reports?
The reports are in GitHub. One of it
But where?
in the project management
Okay.
repository. So the Sandbox one is finalized and it's already there. But the CryptoVoxels will be added once we have confirmation from the CryptoVoxel developers.
And what's the goal of these reports, to figure out whether they are going to be able to support this operator stuff?
Well, the goal of the report is to do a feasibility check on whether we will be able to integrate that metaverse into LandWorks. If we can, how hard it would be, what would be the effort.
What was the result of Sandbox?
So Sandbox does not have. So first of all, Sandbox is not fully working. I mean, they have only the marketplace and the map. You cannot actually go into the metaverse and walk around. Yep. So that's one thing that we should take into account. Another thing is that although they are thinking about having a operator role there, it's not yet implemented and it's a concept still. They mentioned that they will have that, and they will have more information on that role soon, but nothing much. They basically don't have it. The same is partially true for CryptoVoxels. They do have a contributor role, but it's not on the smart contract level.
Yeah, I know. Okay, cool. And when do you need me to review the contracts?
What?
When do you need me to review the contracts?
You can review them right away. I mean, yeah, we have a couple of there's a couple of comments there that are not resolved, but I think that if you see the PR with the smart contract, the smart contract PR, you can leave comments. Maybe if it's tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, it would be perfect.
Cool. I'll do that. Thank you. Shall we see the designs now? Like, because we also have updates on the MetaPortal design, or is this like going to be too much for this call?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, that Danny is basically leading that, so his opinion should go. But I think it wouldn't hurt to show the wireframes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe let's go through the rest of the agenda, and then if we have some more time spare on this one, we can show the different designs.
Okay.
Okay.
And if not, we'll show them next time, because we're also doing some improvements on them as well. But whatever.
Yeah, same for Portal.
Cool. So, George, you want to go for MetaPortal?
I don't know, Vlad, do you want to go for it?
Yeah, I can share a brief update about the MetaPortal. Yeah. So currently we are finalizing the wireframes, and in the next few days we start with the designs. And yeah, this is from the design perspective. And from a technical point, we configured the initial project structure using the community-driven Electron React boilerplate as a foundation. And yeah, we did research on wallets and wording of a web-based game. And we currently have a draft version in the app that connect with the crypto voxels using a secure custom proxy module. And as a goal for the next week is to provide an option to interact with this game, actually to sign and send transactions. And yeah, our focus for the next week or two will be on finalizing the wireframes and designs and implementing this interaction that I've mentioned, adding Wallet Connect protocol as a connecting option. Yeah, we are going to research how to implement the installation and launch of the desktop-based app like Axie Infinities, for example. And yeah, we are going to start also with the front-end part, creating component structures for based on the wireframes, and after that applying the styles. So pretty much this is the update.
Nice. All right. So I think those are the updates on our two products. We do have some random stuff that we also want, not random, but basically a bit of side quests that we want to share. So we are working on basically exploring and researching different collaboration tools to basically further decentralize, then improve the workflows of the DAO and its contributors. We're looking at Coordinate and a bunch of others. And we're still working on how to best do that, when to do it, etc. So we, on the one hand, we also want to get the DAO activated as soon as possible through staking, but on the other hand, we also want to further decentralize most of our workflows, because currently everything is happening in Slack. We would want to move at least a good chunk of the work happening in Discord, but we also want to find a great way to onboard new contributors. So we're looking at Coordinate. We also actively following Layer 3 and Agora DAO, so we'll probably do a mix of everything, but yeah, stay tuned on that. And we are hoping to have a more easy and a more streamlined structure of onboarding new contributors for the DAO, which still happens a bit ad hoc at the moment. I think those are the updates on my end, George.
Your findings from the collab stuff, like how are you currently feeling about the different things, the different tools?
The whole space is really fragmented right now. So there are projects that have been successfully using different tools. Like Tyler mentioned, that Olympus DAO has been having success with Coordinate. Other projects are using Boardroom. There are also different other tools popping up. I was in Lisbon last week and everyone was talking about DAO tooling, and there were like at least 3 or 4 new things that I saw. So the whole space is really fragmented. We need to make a well-informed decision on if and what to use, and more importantly, when to use it. Because I don't think we are prepared from a workflow standpoint to basically go full community mode right now in terms of workflows. I think this would happen at least to a bigger extent when we launch both products. And in the meantime, we can basically prioritize speed over tooling.
All right, cool.
I mean, there's a ton of DAO infrastructure needed. People are wanting to build. There's so much need for DAO infrastructure and tools and all sorts of stuff.
Growth facts. All right, a couple of more things on my side for MetaPortal that might be important. First of all, we are onboarding 2 more devs that are like external devs that are joining the theme in order to help up with the visual stuff. This is on the more of the operational stuff. So this is on the agenda of decentralizing more and more the teams, adding more and more people. By the way, Tyler, I also wanted to catch up with you and maybe with Pablo on finding some more people, like other people to just join in. Like there is definitely a need at least for front-end people. So this might be considered an open call for anyone that's viewing this. Like we are in need of at least front-end people. Like if you know React, come ping us. We'll figure out some way to work together. I know that for LandWorks there is this need for.
We should talk to Pablo and then also like Nikita and Edward and just make sure that if if they're from Nikita and Edward, we need to vet them.
All right.
But yeah, I think that we can talk to Pablo and start that conversation. But also anyone from the community.
Yes.
Sure.
It's optimal that we add people from the community across all projects. So this one's especially, if you're a good React developer in the community, we would, prefer to work with you as opposed to vetting it from somewhere else.
Yeah, truth. I don't know whether this is something that might make sense for us to post in Discord.
I think it is.
We have like I want to contribute channel that we can.
We've gotten the best responses through Twitter.
Okay.
There really is, there's good people in all communities, but I think really when you kind of step outside community, you open yourself up to a lot more people. I think when we've tweeted Universe, we really do get the best response and do find some pretty good people. So I would try Twitter too.
And I just wanted to touch base on something before George continues. So the big reason we want to do this and onboard as many good people external from the team as possible is to basically not have us as a tech team being a single point of failure. We think that there is a lot of talent in the community and we want to decentralize the team as much as possible, even though it's mostly us from LineChain and a bunch of others that founded the DAO. We don't think that we should be a single point of failure long term. So we're looking to onboard new talent as soon as possible.
Awesome stuff. Truth. And also like this also extends apart from like the tech team, like from developers, this also extends to design and people like 3D designers or graphical designers or whatever it is, like
other people,
or even product owners.
People that want to contribute with just the roadmap and how we shape all of this together. Like there was shout out to this wonderful person that maybe Z can help you with their handle. What was it? But like he had this so clear vision of the person that had so clear vision of MetaPortal. I'm not sure which one it was. I think it was Funda or something.
Yeah, I'm talking to them. I think either tomorrow or Friday. Need to check, but I'm talking to them, whoever they are. Shout out.
Right. Yeah, cool. Second thing that it's actually quite related to what Fundas mentioned there. Like, so today we decided that we want to also explore for MetaPortal the way that Steam are actually integrating with the game. So yes, I know that in the first version, probably there is not going to be a single game that's going to say, hey, we're going to go through the trouble and integrate with us. But I feel that soon enough, people are going to want to start integrating with us so that so that not only web games are going to have native experience inside MetaPortal, but also native games, which for me is going to be the holy grail. So the same way that you can play your Counter-Strike with your Steam credentials, we are going to try and figure out a way to make it so that you can play any native game like Think Axie or whatever it is with your MetaPortal credentials and MetaPortal authentication that's already in place, which is obviously going to be through wallet, which is what we're looking for. So yeah, this is something that came up today, and we are going to be more and more looking into this route of decentralizing. Yep. Want to go for designs? Is there anyone that has not seen the MetaPass artwork currently?
Let's call it the NFT artwork because we're moving away from MetaPass. But yeah, it's in the Discord in a channel called NFT Drop. We've got some part.
I mean, just for the, I've seen it. Just for the sake of people watching, maybe someone just share their screen and show it real quick.
I'll show you.
Are y'all
Because it'd be exciting for the community call.
are y'all looking for new names for the MetaPass?
Yes.
Yes, we just announced that we're running a community contest, so everyone can submit a proposal for that. We're giving out an NFT and some enter. So the community will decide on the name.
We should call it like a Visa or something, like a Metaverse Visa. Call it the Metaverse Visa. Visa is like it's like a ticket you get so you can enter a country.
We know what the Visa is, Mark. But yeah,
All right.
we
I thought he said Visa.
I don't think that this sharing thing works well with video.
He said Ibiza.
Is a
what is this?
Visa.
George, do it
Yeah,
from the
Visa,
Discord,
Visa.
please. Can you open the
We should
Discord?
call it Ibiza.
Visa.
The Ibiza Visa.
Where's this Discord? I need to find so many. There's so many.
The screenshot kind of butchered it, but it looks a lot better than the screenshot.
No,
Just go check
the
Discord,
video.
guys.
It was actually the video, but the screen sharing of Google is not awesome
It's
when it comes to
amazing.
video. Yeah.
I don't know if I put it in the right channel, but I said the MetaPass should be called the Ibiza Visa.
I like the Visa.
The Pepe playing ticket is what we can call it.
The Visa.
All right, so anyone that wants to see the NFT, it's in the Discord. You need to be in there anyway.
You guys want to see the designs for MetaPortal, the wireframes?
Yes.
They're going to be non-colorful, but they're going to be like pretty much what you're going to be looking for in terms of
Are we
UI.
looking at the ones for MetaPortal or for LandWorks? I think we have both.
I'll spend 2 minutes on the MetaPortal one.
Okay.
So first things first, obviously, this is what you're going to see when you enter for the first time. You're going to have the options to either create a MetaPortal in-app wallet, because obviously MetaPortal is also going to be a wallet, or link an existing wallet, or connect via Wallet Connect, or just browse as a guest. Creating a wallet is something very straightforward if you have ever created a wallet, like you have your mnemonic verifications, and then you have your password that's going to be used for unlocking the application. You can treat this as the PIN code for your application. And there is also, if you want to use a display name instead of you being called 0x something. And then you have the different options of logging with existing wallets by inputting your seed phrase or private key or encrypted JSON file or something like this. Or you can connect with Wallet Connect, obviously. Once you have created your wallet, but you have exited the application, so once you come back, you just need to enter your password just to unlock your wallet. And apart from this, it comes to the meat of the application, which is going to be the homepage, where you can see the newest games, you can see the upcoming events, and then maybe some trailers or cool graphics of some of the interesting events, the highlighted events, games, that are there, or maybe events too. If you go to games, you're able to see different games, new releases recommended maybe for you if we figure out a way to create this. Not all of these are going to be here, but for the sake of design, we created everything that we probably might eventually want to have here. And obviously with all of these, you have the different buttons for you to install it or just right away go ahead and play it. You have the search bar, the filtering part here, where you can filter stuff, which is great if you want to, for example, find just an RPG or something. And then you have the information about a single game, which is like the different screenshots, the name of the game, the logo of the games, and the publishers, etc., etc. And installation, obviously. Apart from this, you have events, which are very similar to the games, but are for the events where you can essentially go into events or just review different events. You can filter events. You can just view the full information about events. And the last part is something that we call the favorites, like either games that you have installed or you have just marked as favorite. You want to see a single place, games or events. And last but not least, you have your profile where you can change your display name. You can link your email if you want to get some news and notifications. You can change your unlock password. You can change different settings about your wallet or general settings for the application. And what we are thinking is that when it comes to signing transactions, we're going to have like this nice stylish pop-up that's going to be inside the application. So you might be playing and you need to sign something, so you'll be popped into your application to sign it. And yeah, pretty much this is it for now. Like I'm waiting to see with color because I think it's going to be awesome. But yeah, this is what it is for the time being. And yeah, this is it. You can let us know what you think for the time being. Anything that's sticks out as a sore thumb, tell us now.
Yeah,
I think it looks great.
Please share it also, like for everyone that will be watching this. We are actively looking in all the feedback you guys give us in the channels. There's a MetaPortal channel, there's a LandWorks channel, so please do share any thoughts with us.
Yeah. Now you want to go for the LandWorks one, or are we terribly off time? I don't think we are. Let's go for 2 minutes LandWorks design.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go real quick. I mean, there's some stuff to be resolved, so it's not final. But I think that we can share it. Let me just open it. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have here, when you go into the website, for example, you can see all the properties that are listed, the username that listed it, when it's available for renting, for what period of time, for example, from 2 to 5 days. You can sort by the Metaverse. You can see, sort and filter by whether it's available or not, etc. You have the normal connection with all sorts of wallets: MetaMask, Ledger, Portis, Trezor, Coinbase, Wallet Connect. So that triggers a whole new flow. That's depending on what you've selected. It's the usual user interface for that. So yeah, once you are in here, once you connected your wallet, if you have some land that you provided, you have the some pop-up. If you have unclaimed rent, you'll be able to claim it. There's some comments here on the claiming. Keep in mind, those are wireframes, and it's not a detailed user interface. But yeah, here you'll be able to claim your rent. It will be slightly different from what you're seeing here, since there would be several currencies in which you can get paid, several tokens, and yeah, but that's the upper part where you want to claim your rent. The other part is the same, and you have three things here. So lending, renting, and if you want to list a property. If you go into the details of one of those tiles, you'll be able to see a map with the coordinates, a tag of where it is, some description, a title, and you'll be able to choose. You'll be able to see whether you can rent it starting from now or 2 days in the future, etc. And you'll be basically providing for how much time to show you what it would cost you, and that's a real cool thing. If there are other properties that are adjacent to the property that you are seeing, you'll be able to see those as well. And if you rent those as well, you'll be able to deploy scenes there. So this is the feature that really kicks in the network effect. And if we have a lot of properties listed here, digital land, and the more we have from different users, and the bigger the chance for having adjacent properties, that would mean that users will be able to rent bigger, more properties that would suit their needs and deploy bigger scenes there.
And I think that's actually a higher chance, to be honest, because a lot of people who do own land try to look for adjacent properties. So I do think that you're going to have a lot more people than you guys think come in with adjacent properties and try to like list them side by side. So I look forward to that for sure.
That's what I do differently.
Yeah, me too. Like every plot that I've ever bought, the first thing I do is look for an adjacent plot. I think a lot of people also have that mentality.
Yep. And even if you for example, you bought a land and couple of them are adjacent, you create an estate there, and if you want to for example use a bigger one or some other that's not for sale and it's adjacent, if you go to LandWorks and rent that property, you'll be able to deploy scenes that are both yours and you own them. And if you rent from LandWorks and it's adjacent to yours, you'll be able to increase the size of the properties that you can deploy scenes to. So again, it's a use case that people can take. That could be
Very cool.
Exploring, yeah. Other than that, we have the history, the rent history. We'll be supporting ENS, that's for sure. And if you want to list property, you have the top right button there. You provide the Metaverse. Here, the property could be basically you'll be able to list out all properties that you own through the wallet that you connected. Provide title, description, what would be the renting period, the minimum and maximum period. It's not only days. I mean, people can define minutes, days, hours, what else? Months, for example, the price. And this way they will be able to list properties. One thing that's going to be cool as well is when you enter into the website, by default, we'll be sorting out and showing, we'll be sorting out and showing the properties that are the most being rented out, and those that are hot, so to say, we'll be able to show and add a tag there that, look, this property is usually rented out and now you can rent it and you'll be able to get it right away. So we'll have that information. It's a very similar experience to, for example, Airbnb or Booking, where they show you this property is usually booked and busy. So it's a cool thing to rent it out now since it's available.
But more so like for venues, like, you're not going to go, stay at your Metaverse place. It's more for like parties, kind of things like that. So, increase your imagination. I'm sure people will figure out what to do. That things we haven't even thought of yet.
Yeah, and actually, when there's a property that's very popular and people see that this is the go-to place when you want to organize events, they'll be able to see it as a popular event. They'll be renting that again, so it will be a positive feedback loop.
Nice. So we'll have some cool stats on like which properties are like the coolest and people are renting out and like feedback type stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool, guys.
George, where's your lights?
No lights. I'm the light.
He's in dark mode.
I'm the lightness. I'm dark team.
Just, I wanted to answer really quickly 2 questions that we had in the community, and we can wrap it up. So the first one was if the DAO plans on buying land. To be like entirely transparent, initially when we were doing the seed funding and everything, we had like a relatively big allocation for buying land and depositing in the protocol, but we've decided to basically not do that and focus on providing the infrastructure for that. We'll still be buying. We already have bought some a bit of land for testing purposes, so we test our products. But having said that, we're not excluding the possibility of the DAO owning bigger chunks of land long term, and obviously we can decide on this as a DAO once it's activated and we get everyone's opinion on it. But obviously it can be a lucrative revenue stream for the DAO itself. The second question that we had and want to answer is, are we going to host some Metaverse events? Definitely. We have nothing set in stone yet, but we'll definitely be doing Metaverse events in different games. Probably the first one will be on Decentraland. And once we have some more details on that, we'll make sure that our Discord people know it before anyone else. So that's pretty much it. I guess
maybe we can have a LandWorks launch party.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Sure. Yep. We can definitely.
MetaPortal launch party too. So all the parties and the NFT drop launch party.
Hey Z, I have a question or like comment. So at the beginning of the call you mentioned we're going to be using 721s and 1155s. I want to just mention something for it may. This is something that I found out a few weeks ago. OpenSea, there's like a problem with 1155s and transferring them. Like you can't send an 1155 to a contract address from OpenSea. So like somebody tried to donate us an NFT for Universe, Young and Sick. He did this piece of all the avatar projects from the summer. And that token actually is an 1155 that was minted from Manifold's contract. And OpenSea actually will not allow you to transfer that to anything that's not like a wallet address. So the DAO is a contract address, and it, I don't know how you guys are kind of setting this up, but I learned that a few weeks ago that you can't actually transfer these to a DAO. So I don't know how DAO is going to actually be able to take ownership of an 1155 unless you like have a separate wallet or like a multi-sig or something, that the community, knows why you put it there. Because you can't, for some reason, there's some sort of limitation for sending those to certain.
I remember doing this previously, and I don't remember for this limitation to be there. So maybe it's something interesting for us to review. But
yeah, I can. I can show you the NFT we were trying to send to the DAO, and it ended up being the problem was you just can't send an 1155 to a contract. You can only send it to a wallet address but that may just be OpenSea's front end or their situation.
Normally for this, but this I think is also going to be applicable for 721, is that you have two types of transfer. One is just transfer, the other one is safe transfer. I assume OpenSea uses the safe transfer. The safe transfer one assumes that the recipient actually have a function implemented. And if this function is not implemented on your DAO, or if it's not implemented on your multisig, then safe transfer is not going to enable you to send it there.
Okay, so that's why you can't send it to that.
Yeah, probably is that. But however, you can use the transfer, just the one that is just the transfer. The problem with this is that this callback thing is normally used for reacting on you receiving NFT. And yes, when you're DAO, you don't want to react on this. You just want to accept it, and later through proposal or in multisig through voting, you'll be able to just move it away. So I think that just by switching the function, maybe this is going to make it work. But I'm not the best in 1155. I have reviewed it like a year and a half ago, and I don't remember it by heart.
Yeah, all good. This came up about like a week or two ago, and I just wanted to.
Can you send it to me, and I might just look over it and see whether my assumption is correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Let's close it off, Z.
Yep, let's wrap it up. Thanks for joining, everyone. Thanks for watching. Whoever will be watching this once we upload it out there. Like, share, subscribe as always. Join the Discord if you haven't already.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, subscribe, hit like, share, do all the stuff.
Yeah,
YouTube-
triple
YouTube.
backflip ninja slam that Hulk
Like
smash.
button.
Ninja
The
Slayer.
like button.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thanks, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
friends.